This video is just to show you how to put in input validation. I'm going to come to this procedure here, handler, and I'm going to add in some lines of code here to stop the user from putting in a plant height that's just invalid. So I need to decide what would make an invalid height, and I think I'm going to say that the height has to be between 0 and 50 inclusive. So I'm going to type in here that I'm going to keep asking them to enter the plant height while the plant height is outside that range. So I'm going to say plant height while it's less than 0, or the plant height is greater than 50. I'm going to ask them just to type in another plant height, because I'm going to say that arbitrarily the plant can't be more than 50, say, centimetres, and it can't be a negative height. So it'll depend on the problem that you're programming. Now when I press enter, LiveCode automatically gives you the end of the loop. So I'll just bring this back up a little bit. So inside here, I'm only inside that loop if they've typed in something that doesn't make sense, like -4 or 56. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say to them, that's out of range, it's invalid. Let's say, and invalid. Try again, please. So that'll give them the message, tell them why we're rejecting it, and now I've got to ask them to enter that plant height again. So actually I can just borrow these lines. I'm going to borrow that one, so I'll put that in there. And if I press tab, it sorts out the indentation for me. So I'm going to ask them to enter the height of the plant again, and once again, if the results the cancel button, then just push out. Oops, I've lost the eye. Stick that back in, and then I'll put it into the storage location. So this can be quite confusing for people. The idea that you get hold of a number from the user, so it's in a storage location in RAM, and then we're going to go round and round on this loop here. It's a conditional loop, so it's not a fixed loop, it's not one that went an exact number of times. It's just going to keep going round and round here until the user types in a sensible value. And each time they don't, it's going to say, well, that's out of range, try again, enter another height, and we're still on the same counter value, and put it into plant height, and it goes back and checks it, still out of range, and so on. And it'll keep repeating that while it's out of range. And then eventually the user will type in a sensible value between 0 and 50 inclusive. And so down here, after all those times around the repeat loop, we can finally put the value into the field so we can actually see it. So let's see that's working here. So I'm going to say find the average height. Let's say 3 plants. Please enter the height of plant 1. I'm going to type in -1, and it tells me that's out of range. And you see I'm still on plant 1. So let's try typing in 88, still out of range, still on plant 1 here. Let's try 34, and we're okay. 23, we're okay. Let's say we'll do something daft and plant 3, it's out of range. Let's try 23 again, 34, oops, and I don't understand why they didn't go empty, but I've run out of time, so I'm going to press done.